This video will tour the two specimens of the testes. One showing the rete testes and the lobular organization of the seminiferous tubules, and the other one showing the epididymis on the top of the testes. So here is the one that shows the tunica albuginea, which is the red here, and that's a connective tissue capsule enclosing the testes, and from that you have connective tissue that radiates in, divides the testes into lobules, and this dotted or dashed line is enclosing one lobule. And then here at the mediastinum is where the sperm that are formed in the seminiferous tubules all collects in the rete testes and then makes it outside of the testes in the tubules that go to the epididymis. So that's just a low power view, and then what you'll want to do is zoom in and be sure you can identify the cells. At the very base are the spermatogonia, and then you will find certain stages in the seminiferous tubule. For example, here there are a lot of spermatotids, and occasionally you can see some primary spermatocytes here. And then if you go to other areas, which I'm going to pause and find some just a minute. Like here's a cross section of a seminiferous tubule in which there are actually sperm that have formed. Now, all along these tubules, the formation of sperm are in different stages, and you can appreciate that if you go back to the lecture and see that over a 64-day period, the transformation takes place from the primary spermatocytes to secondary spermatocytes, spermatids, and then sperm. And it's your task to understand how these tubules are organized and what happens in those tubules. And then if you go back down to the lower magnification, you will see the rete testes here. And in another specimen, we're going to show you more details of this. But these rete testes are all lined with epithelial cells that are cuboidal in shape, with some muscle between, and then the outflow of that coming into it are straight tubules, and the outflow goes into the epididymis. So let's look at the second specimen, where you'll be able to see the epididymis that's lying adjacent to the testes, and we'll revisit the rete testes. So we provide two annotations here for the testes and the epididymis. Again, we're looking at the tunica albuginea, and this is the cut surface. Someone used a razor blade and actually cut a portion of this testes off and then processed it. So the epididymis is out here in the dotted line enclosure. The two arrows point to the tunica albuginea, the tough connective tissue capsule, and then invading the substance of the testes is the mediastinum, where all the lobules converge. And then in that, if we go to the large magnification, you can see the seminiferous tubules here, and you see a connection, and this is a connecting to a straight tubule that goes into the rete testes, which is not shown, not very much of the rete testes shown here. If you go back to the previous specimen that we were showing, you'll see more of the meandering network. But the main purpose of this one is to show you the connection between the two, and here's a cross section of a straight tubule right at the connection, where you still have a little bit of the seminiferous tubule cells, but they become the columnar and eventually cuboidal cells that line the straight tubules, and actually they are Sertoli cells that continue into the straight tubules. Now this specimen here is better for the stages where you see the spermatogonia down here. These are the stem cells, and then these are primary spermatocytes and are spermatids. In this particular tubule, I see no sperm. There's nothing matured there. If we pass down at a lower magnification and I pause this and look around, I should be able to find a tubule that has